Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay and having a great day and an amazing week. My name is Effy and today we are testing, it's covered in powder, just ignore that, but it is the Beautybay Berries palette. It is the 42 pan version. It looks like this. I've obviously gone for quite a pink look, because why not? I've tried to push the boat out a little bit, and for me that just means doing a halo eye and actually cutting my crease. I'm not the best at halo eyes. I don't actually think they suit my eye shape at all, but this is my attempt at being creative and it didn't go very well, but I actually quite like the overall look. I'm not going to swatch the palette. It's 42 shades. I can't be bothered. If you want to see the palette swatched, I think Missa from Make Me Up Missa has a video where she swatches the whole thing, but I'm not going to do that because I can't be bothered. I'm really sorry. But this is the eye look. I was only going to do the eyes in this video, but it took really no time at all to do the eye look. So I actually did a little shop my stash and used products on my base that I don't normally reach for. So that's in here as well. And yeah, if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, please do just keep on watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put up one video a week and it is all makeup content, so if that sounds like the type of thing, then this is the place for you. But other than that, let's see how this palette performs. My opinions are at the end of the video. Enjoy. I've pulled you in nice and close so you can see what we're doing. I've already done this eye. I don't think it's anything special, but I tried adding water activated liner and it just went badly. So I tried to rub it off. You can kind of still see it a little bit. But that's fine. We're going to start on the other eye. I'll show you what I did. And then because I think this is quite a short, quick and easy eye look, I probably will put my base in this video as well. Okay, so we're going to start with the shade Claret, which is right here. It's our darkest shade that we're going to be using today. What I'm going to do is pack that on my outer corner and my inner corner and just ever so lightly through the crease as well. That shade's gone on really nicely. It's very pigmented, even for a dark pinky purple. It's worked really nicely, and I know those shades can sometimes be a bit hit and miss. It definitely packs a punch. You can pack it on. It's really nice. What more can I say about it? It's a really good shade. The next shade I'm going in with is this one here called Rose, which honestly might be my favourite matte shade in the palette. It's one of those pinky rose colours that I really like. It's so pretty, and this is just going to go around the edge of that first shade. I absolutely love that shade. You can't really differentiate it too much from the Claret shade when it's on my eye, but I do think it's really nice, and I think that if I hadn't have used the Claret shade you'd be able to notice it a lot more. But it's gone on nicely. It's blended with that first shade amazingly. Again, really good matte formula. I already knew this about Beautybay. Now, the next shade I'm going in with is this one up here called Macaron. Oh, Macaroon, I don't know how it's pronounced. I think it's Macaron. But it's a really nice, pinky peachy shade. Yeah, that words work, yeah. Again, that shade's gone on really nicely. I don't know how many times I'm going to have to say that because these shades are obviously going to work well. I trust the Beautybay formula pretty happily. It's definitely brightened up the look a little bit. The other shades are a bit darker. We're starting to move into the light shades. It's definitely helped to brighten it up. But now we are going to go in with our palest shade, because I'm not going any paler than this, and that is the shade Doll up here. Again, it's a bit more peachy, but I think that's going to work better for this sort of look. Slash, it's going to match the lipstick that I've already picked out. And again, this is just going to go around the edges. Again, gone on absolutely beautifully. It works really well to blend out that final shade. And what I'm going to do now is just go back through all of those shades and just blend them a little bit better. Those shades have blended so nicely together. Even through my first pass of the colours, they didn't really lose much of their intensity, which we like to see. But obviously going back through and reblending is always a good thing to do. What I'm going to do now is cut my crease in a halo shape, which I hate doing. But I'm going to be using the Collection Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer and Eyeshadow Primer in shade 2 Porcelain. I'm not going to do this on camera because I will mess it up if I do it on camera. But essentially what I do is I take a really small flat brush. This is from Kaleidos Cosmetics, but I take a really small flat brush, I paint it along my lash line, I then open my eyes fully, do a line where just above my crease, and then fill it in and blend it out. But I will mess it up if I do it on camera, so yeah, I'm going to do it off camera. Sorry. There we go, cut crease is on. I am going to now use 3 different shimmers on my lid, because why not? The first one we're going to use is blush. You can't really see, the palette's not really in focus, but blush. And we're going to use that on the outer corners and just sort of drag it into the middle a little bit. I will say, that's not my favourite shimmer shade I've ever used. And in general, I think the shimmers in these £42 palettes in general just aren't my favourite. I'm not sure why, they're just not. Sorry Beautybay. But the next shade I'm going to go in with is the one above it called Nova, which is just a little bit lighter. I was going to go in with this one here, but I think it's a bit too peachy, and so I stuck with this one. And this one is basically going to go in the middle of that shade, and then the final shade I'm going to use is going to just lighten it up a little bit. I do prefer that shade a little bit to the first one I used, just because it's got a little bit more sparkle to it. But the final shade I'm going to go in with is probably my favourite, and it's this one down here called Cloud. And it's just, I think it has an ever so slight green or blue tint to it, which you all know I love. But I just think this is going to lighten it up a little bit more. So we'll pop a little bit of this on, mainly in the centre. I do really love that shade. I think it just adds something a little bit different, and there we go, that is the shimmers. So the next step is to blend the matte shades into the shimmer shades, and what I'm going to do that is take my pencil brush and a little bit of the claret shade, which was the darkest shade we used, and just tap over where my shimmers and mattes meet. And this should just help to blend it a bit better together. I'm also going to take a little bit of the next shade we used, which was Rose, just on the same brush, and just tap that a little bit further in, just to help blend it a little bit more, because I actually think that Rose shade is a little bit closer to that first shimmer shade we used, so they'll blend together a little bit better. There we go, voila, magical. Now, that's my eyes done, and I don't think it's taken that long. Once I've edited it down, I think it's actually going to be really, really quick. So what I think I'm going to do is do a little shop my stash video and sort of use base products that I don't normally reach for, and I think that'll be a little bit fun, hopefully for you guys. We'll see. But let's make a start on the base. Okay, so I've just got my box of primers out. I really need to do a declutter. So most of these I'm probably not going to use just because of that. Actually, I think I will go for this. This is the Barry M Face Fresh Illuminating Primer in Cool. So I'll give this one a go. I'm currently keeping you zoomed in. I don't know if I should zoom you back out. Let me know, do you prefer being zoomed in or zoomed out? I have no preference. That actually feels quite nice. It has a very strong scent, which I'm not a fan of, but I can get past it. So yeah, good to use a product I haven't used in a while. Let's pick a foundation now. Again, I've got my foundation box. Again, I need to declutter them. There's not actually that many in here. I think I might go for the Rimmel one. This is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-hour Hydration Boost with SPF 20. I don't know what shade it is. Oh, 001 Pearl. In case any of the clips that I'm filming right now that you're watching look a bit weird, it's because I'm also filming 2 TikToks at the same time, and so I kind of have to switch between filming bits for this and filming bits for the TikToks, and I assume it's going to make this video look a little bit weird, but that's absolutely fine. This foundation shade is not the one for me. It's very yellow. This also has a scent to it. What is it with products having scents to them? And they're so strong as well, especially things that go around your nose. I'm not really a fan. When it's blended out, I feel like the shade's not too bad. I actually think it's quite good. This just isn't my favourite foundation in the world. I'm realising that as I put it on. Yeah, I haven't used this foundation probably like since the testing video. I've probably only used it maybe once or twice since then, if that. Like, I don't even know if I have actually used it since then. And that testing video was like a year ago, because as I'm filming this video, the next video I'm filming is my April re-review, and I know that it's in there, so it's like a year old at this point. I don't actually think it looks that bad. I think the scent puts me off more than anything, which is strange for me because I don't normally mind scents. But I mind this one. Concealer, and I actually have quite a few that I never use. Like, they're sort of at the back, oh, they've all fallen over now. I'm not going to use the Colourpop one, I'm not going to use the Barry M one. Let's go for the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in shade 01 Pale. I haven't used this in ages. It was in my Project Pan last year, but I obviously didn't use it all up. But let's give this a go. There's not actually loads left of this concealer. I think I could definitely finish it up this year. For those of you who are concerned about me not doing Project Pan this year, I am still like attempting to use up products, and I do still have a Project Pan Instagram page, which is just called Effys_pans, where I post about hitting pan on there, but I'm just not actively doing videos on it this year, I guess. It was just a lot of work last year, and it's also a lot of structure, and I don't want too much structure on my YouTube this year because I have exams and I don't want to have structure that I'm then going to break or not meet, so I'd rather just have a little bit less structure. I'm still doing my re-reviews, but that's really the only set monthly video I need to focus on. The rest I can just do what I want, which I think I prefer. That concealer is definitely running out. There's not a lot left in the tube at all, and it works quite nicely. It is a bit matte, and I prefer more of like a liquidy concealer, particularly under my eyes, but I can live with it. Powder, and I know it's a Shop My Stash and I should use something that I never use, but I'm actually going to use my old favourite that I never reach for anymore. Sorry if that was really loud. This is the I Heart Revolution scented baking powder in peach. I love this. It does have a little bit of a colour to it, but it doesn't bother me. I actually really like this powder, and I stopped reaching it for it because I was trying to use up this one, which I still am trying to use up that one, but I want to use this one. Oh, that's such a nice powder, and I believe it's only like £5. It always looks so nice on my skin. I actually need to get back into the habit of using it, even though I do really want to use up the Revolution one. This has also just gone absolutely everywhere. The proof that it's gone absolutely everywhere. Oh, I wanted to use a liquid blush. Oh well, next time. As for powder blush, seeing as I forgot liquid blush, I think I want to go for this one, which I haven't used in a while. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this one. This is the Revolution Pro Eternal Rose in Pink Lust. It looks like, sorry, it's very reflective. It looks like this. I'm obviously going to be sticking to the pinky side, mainly to the matte pink, maybe a little bit of the shimmer, but yeah, mainly the pinky side. It takes a lot to build up this blush, and I forgot about that, but it does go on really nicely. It's a bit more peachy than pinky, and I was kind of hoping for pinky, but that's also fine. I actually think it's a really nice blush, and I'm pretty happy that I've used it again because I forget about it. Now for bronzers, I have so many bronzers for somebody that doesn't really wear bronzer. I wear bronzer every day, but I don't really care about bronzer. And I think I'm going to go for this one because I haven't used it in ages. It's the MUA Bronzed Matte Bronzing Powder in Solar 110. It's also a bit more cool tone, so I'm thinking I might want that. highlighter, way too many of them. I obviously want a pink, and I'm actually thinking of going for this one, which is the Kaleidos Star Surfer in Space Age Star Surfer number 2. I don't know, but I'm going to use this one. Such a pretty highlight. I absolutely love it. I never reach for it. I don't even know why, I can't tell you, but it's very pretty and I love it. Now for brow products, I actually have a rather disgusting thing to announce. I don't know how better to word that, but essentially my MUA Brow Define Micro Precision Brow Pencil ran out on me the other day. Like, there is nothing left in there, I can't roll it up anymore. There is a tiny bit left, but that's fine. So I went into my collection of eyebrow pencils and started looking at them all, and so many of them are mouldy. Which is why I know I need to do a declutter, because I basically need to get rid of all of my eyebrow pencils. But basically what that means is when that one ran out, I opened a brand new Goof Proof brow pencil from Benefit, so I know this one's fine and I can use it. And then I went and bought a brand new MUA Brow Define. So I'm going to just use this. It's not really shopping my stash because I use it all the time, but I know this one's not mouldy and not going to be weird on my eyebrows. So I'm going to use this. It's broken! Yay! I'm going to try and give it a go anyway. I mean, this costs like £3, so I'm not devastated, but I'd rather it just not be broken. Actually not a big fan of how these brows are looking at all. They're looking pretty terrible. Clearly just not the day for my brows, which is fine, that happens. I'm just going to go in with some brow gel. Again, I'm just going to stick to my normal NYX Thick It Stick It Brow Thickening Mascara in the shade Taupe. This is my favourite. It was sent to me by them like ages ago, but no obligation to talk about it. It is what I use every single day. And it's not going to save this brow look. Is it a brow look? Do you call them brow looks? What is wrong with my brows? It's just not their day. What I'm going to do now is just pull the same matte shades along my lower lash line for my eyeshadow. There we go, that worked really nicely. I think the matte shades really are what I enjoy in this palette so far. I know I've only used 3 shimmer shades, but I am definitely preferring the matte shades. Now let's do a little bit of mascara. I don't have that many mascaras anymore. I have a few on the desk in front of me, and honestly I think some of these need throwing out. So I'm actually just going to stick to the one that I tested in a video the other day, which was the Lottie London Super Fake Mascara that I'm actually really enjoying. I'm pretty sure it'll be in my last video that went up last week. But update, I've worn this pretty much every day since that video. And this is a week later. So, yeah. There we go, absolutely love that. And now what I'm going to do is put on my lipstick, which is actually also the product I tested last week. It's the Beautybay matte lipstick in Gelato. In case you're wondering why I'm using the same lipstick 2 weeks in a row, it's because I'm actually filming a TikTok which is picking a random lipstick to base my makeup look around, and this is the one I picked out of my box. So purely coincidental, but it means I got to test the Beautybay Berries palette. So let's chuck this on. I think I kind of forgot how peachy it was because it looks very peachy, but it could also be looking peachy compared to the bright pink eyes, let's be honest. But overall, I quite like this look. What do you think? What do we think? I will zoom you out so you can see like the full effect of my unstraightened hair, but I quite like it. I'll give my final thoughts on the palette and everything in a moment in the outro. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. This is the final look. Let me know what you think of it down in the comment section below. In terms of the eyeshadow palette, let me just pick it up. Spill everything everywhere. I think it's a really nice palette. I generally wear pinks fairly often. I think that now, particularly as we're going into summer, I'll start wearing them a little bit more. I also like that it does have a few purple shades in here. Don't know how much use I'll get out of them. Maybe I should try and do a purple look using this palette, but let me know what you think. If you want me to, I can do that. Overall, I think it's quite a nice palette. I wish almost it was a little bit more pink. Like, there are a lot of pinks in here, don't get me wrong, but there's also a lot of reds and a lot of purples, and as much as I enjoy having them in here, I thought it would be more pink. But then I guess berries could include things like strawberries and blackberries, which aren't actually pink, and in fact there aren't very many pink berries. But surely one of you out there realises what I'm on about. Like, I was expecting it to be more of a pink palette, but I do quite like it as it is. With these £42 palettes, I tend to always prefer the mattes over the shimmers, which isn't normal for me. I tend to love a good shimmer, but the shimmer formula in here just isn't my favourite, which is a shame because in their £20 palettes, like the Wilderness and Age of Opulence, all those ones, I love their shimmer formula in most of those. But I do really love the look I come up with, and I even got to shop my stash and use some products that I never normally use, which was quite fun for me. Although I definitely need to do a declutter, and I will do that, and I will film it, and it will be coming very soon. But there we go. Let me know what you think of the look. Let me know if you have the Beautybay Berries palette. Let me know what you think of it. But other than that, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I put up one video a week, and it's always makeup content, so if that sounds like the type of thing, then this is the place for you. But other than that, I'll let you go. Have a great day, an amazing week, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Can we just acknowledge the fact that I actually just nailed that outro? It's taken me a while to get back into it. Anyway, bye.